Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing.
Caitlyn Clark's debut season in the WNBA has been nothing short of spectacular, and the praise she's receiving from some of the most legendary figures in women's basketball proves just how transformative her arrival has been. From breaking records to changing the way the game is played, Caitlyn has quickly become one of the most talked about players in the sport. Her performance on the court has left many seasoned professionals, some of whom were once skeptical of her abilities, standing up and acknowledging her greatness. In this video, we'll explore how some of the WNBA's biggest names, including 10 former MVPs, have praised Caitlyn Clark for her historic first season. And as a surprise twist, we'll also reveal the unexpected shout-out from a former MVP that has caught many by surprise. This season, Caitlyn Clark has truly proved that she's not just here to play, but here to change the game for good. Former WNBA MVP Diana Taurasi had some strong words for Caitlyn Clark before she ever took the court in the WNBA. Taurasi said, there's levels to this thing. You look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come up against some grown women who have been playing professional basketball for a long time. At the time, these words seemed like a warning of veterans' reality check to the new blood entering the league. But it seems like reality came fast and hard, and Caitlyn Clark's debut season quickly proved Taurasi's words wrong. Not only did Clark hold her own against the best of the best, but she has absolutely shattered records and expectations along the way. Clark's accomplishments have been historic. She won Rookie of the Year, was part of the first-team All-WNBA, and set 62 new records, including the most assists in a season and the most assists in a single game. She also smashed the record for the most All-Star votes ever received. And all of this came in her first year. Taurasi and other former MVPs have taken notice, and many have had to eat their words. What was once seen as a maybe has turned into undeniable greatness. In this video, we'll dive into the voices of former WNBA MVPs and see how they're now recognizing Caitlyn Clark's game-changing impact on the sport. Candace Parker, a two-time WNBA MVP and multiple-time champion, has been one of the most vocal supporters of Caitlyn Clark. Parker, who has seen it all in the WNBA, had a lot of kind words to say about the rookie sensation, particularly praising the star power Clark has brought into the league. Parker said, "It takes time for people to want to be a part of it and to see it. I think it does take star power, and we're seeing how the value of that in Caitlyn Clark is something that resonates not just in women's basketball, but in basketball period." This was a powerful statement, as Parker emphasizes how Clark is elevating the game, not just for women, but for basketball as a whole. In a moment of deep appreciation, Parker compared Clark to one of the NBA's greatest showmen, Steph Curry. She said, "You want to see a show, and I think that's the biggest thing. You always talk about Steph being a showman. I mean, this is the showman right here." Parker noted that Caitlyn's ability to put on a show for the fans is unmatched. Not only does she play with style, but she has become a magnet for attention, drawing sellout crowds and a loyal following, including student sections that cheer for her to lose, a testament to the level of competition and excitement she brings to every game. For Parker, Clark represents a new era in basketball. She doesn't just change the game with her numbers, she's changing it with her presence. Whether Clark is touching the ball or not, her mere presence on the court forces defenders to adjust. Parker acknowledged that Clark is the kind of player who has the defense on edge every time she steps onto the floor. "You have to guard her when she steps into the gym," Parker remarked, adding that her shooting ability forces defenses to stretch and rethink the game. Three-time WNBA champion and two-time MVP Brianna Stewart also recognized Caitlyn Clark's brilliance early on. After Clark's first month in the league, Stewart was quick to highlight how well the rookie was holding her own against some of the best in the game. Stewart, no stranger to the spotlight, praised Clark for her ultra-competitive nature and her ability to stretch the floor with her shooting and vision. Stewart pointed out how Clark has quickly become a player that everyone in the league has to reckon with. Aside from the numbers, the viewership, the attendance, the way that she plays the game, she's ultra-competitive, Stewart said. Her ability to really stretch the floor and find her teammates. She has these games where it's like you have to guard her wherever she is. Stewart's words reflect how Clark's impact goes beyond just her individual success. Her influence is felt throughout the entire league, and she's making everyone raise their game to match her level of play. Tina Charles, a 14-year veteran, former All-Star, and member of the WNBA 25th anniversary team, has seen the changes Clark is bringing to the league firsthand. She had nothing but praise for Clark, especially in terms of the energy and attention that the rookie has brought to women's basketball. Charles spoke about how Caitlyn Clark's rise has positively impacted the entire league, saying, "The energy that we're getting, the reception, the eyes that we're getting on us, it's amazing. And it's just because of that new generation that's coming in." Charles, a decorated player in her own right, expressed that she feels lucky to witness Clark's rise and play against her, underscoring the respect and admiration she has for the young star. Charles also added that Clark's impact was evident not just in the numbers, but in the way people view women's basketball. Clark has attracted eyes from outside the typical fan base, and that alone has helped bring more attention to the sport. Obviously, we know who Caitlyn Clark is and what she's been able to do. Her impact on this league has been huge, said Charles. For a player like Charles, who has seen it all in the WNBA, recognizing and celebrating Clark's success speaks volumes about the true greatness of Caitlyn's talent. The most unexpected praise, however, came from an MVP who has had a storied career of her own. Though we won't reveal her identity just yet, her support of Caitlyn Clark has caught many by surprise, as this MVP was once a strong critic of players who might overshadow the established stars in the league. Yet her words of respect and admiration for Clark's game and impact have been hard to ignore. This MVP, known for her no-nonsense attitude, took to social media to highlight Clark's incredible season, noting that Clark's style of play is something that has elevated the entire league. The shout-out has left many fans wondering, if this MVP is willing to offer her support, then Caitlyn Clark's influence in the WNBA is truly unstoppable. Caitlyn Clark's first season in the WNBA has been nothing short of historic, and the recognition she's receiving from some of the league's most decorated players is a testament to her ability to change the game. From Diana Taurasi's initial skepticism to Candace Parker and Brianna Stewart's high praise, Clark has quickly made her mark in the WNBA. Her impact isn't just in her statistics or her records, it's in the way she's changed the culture of the league, bringing excitement, star power, and genuine competition to women's basketball. With support from former MVPs and league veterans, it's clear that Caitlyn Clark's career is just getting started. And with the unexpected support from an MVP who once doubted her, it's safe to say the WNBA is entering a new era, one led by Caitlyn Clark.